What's up, everybody? Today is October 3rd, 2023, and I want to start this video by saying thank you to Joanne for the $5 donation. Very much appreciated, very much helps. I appreciate all your guys' donations. So, yes, thank you, Joanne, very much. This is going to be probably a short video because I'm waiting for the bus. It should be coming down this way pretty soon. I just wanted to make a video thanking Joanne. And yeah, not really much to talk about right now. So the final update with our welfare funds, it did go through like they said, and so we have that. And then hopefully tomorrow our food money, the food stamp money, will go through. And so, those funds, it helps in the beginning of the month. It's usually around the middle of the month where it starts to get harder. So, but for now that helps. And then tomorrow is going to be the first day where I have to go to that the job thing. I'm still not certain what's going to go on there. Probably just fill out for the first day. Probably just fill out forms, and they'll give me some forms that I got to complete, like apply for so many jobs in a week or whatever it is. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. It's tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty much it. Not much else going on. We're going to go out and about and go big right now because we always need more money. Just everything's just so much. Yeah, so that's what's going on. It's kind of it's somewhat cool today. I think the high is only like 74 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. We're going back we're hovering basically between mid 60s and mid 70s at this point. Might be a couple days to get a little bit warmer than that or a little bit colder than that, but that's kind of where we're at here in October. And then I'm presuming November is going to be the month where it really starts getting cold. So not looking forward to that really, especially because we don't have all of our gear yet. I have a light sweater, but I'm gonna need a big jacket, and still need new shoes. Haven't gotten new shoes yet, and just stuff like that. So it is gonna get snowy. It is gonna get really cold. So anyhow, so that's what's going on. Sky looks nice, doesn't it? So it's cloudy today, but I kind of like that. I'm gonna tell you honestly, I've really considered a lot moving up to somewhere like in Alaska, like Anchorage, Alaska, or whatever, because I like the cold. Let me rephrase that. I hate the heat. I really hate the heat. Like anything over 100 is terrible. So I wouldn't want to live here long term in this Tri-Cities area because it does get over 100. If anything, if we stayed in Washington, I'd prefer to live somewhere on the coast, or just in general. Even if we lived in California or Oregon, whatever. Just because, I really hate the heat. Honestly, once it starts to get like over 95, it gets so just gross. But especially over 100, 105, 110, 115, it's disgusting. So I hate the heat. So yeah, I've considered us moving up to Alaska, but then you go to the opposite extreme, then it gets really cold year round. So I don't know, because I always have to obviously take in consideration Nano too. It's like he doesn't like the heat either, but he really hates putting on his jacket and sweater and stuff like that, and so that makes the winter hard because he like yesterday, it was a little bit rainy yesterday, and he just didn't want to put on his jacket. It's like, it's cold, man, and it wasn't like super rainy, just kind of like a little more than a drizzle, but he hates a lot of clothing, and so I have to take that in consideration too. So anyhow, but yeah, I hate the heat. We all hate the heat. I mean, who doesn't, right? But the extreme, like I said, once it gets over 100, it's just gross. It's just gross, yeah. So anyhow, Definitely somewhere else. Definitely not here. I mean, eventually, when hopefully I do have a job and making better money, or if I happen to get lucky and am able to make money off of YouTube, whatever. And if I get to choose where I want to live, it wouldn't be here. Honestly, it probably wouldn't even be back in California either. California, forget the weather aspect. It's just too restrictive as far as laws are concerned, and everything is just crazy. Like Gavin Newsom, the current governor of California, he's so restrictive. Even like during COVID and with the mask things, and we were in the beginning of the COVID thing, we were in California, super restrictive, and then we became homeless. We went up to Utah, and somewhat restrictive, but way less than California. And then while we're in Utah, they ended up ending all restrictions, no mask, nothing like that. And it was nice. It's like, okay, good, go back to normal. And then we ended up going back to California, and it was just so like unnecessarily restrictive, not being able to eat inside and masks and all this. And it was like, it just didn't feel like freedom. It really, honestly, as someone who was born and raised in California, it just doesn't feel like freedom in California anymore. It really, really doesn't. So I kind of have no desire. The beaches, as far as going back to the weather, obviously the beaches and stuff are really nice in California. And there's certain parts, it's got all the shopping and all that kind of stuff. But the laws, I really, now that I'm a little bit older, I really see what a lot of people are talking about when they're talking about how restrictive. When you go to another, if you've lived in California your whole life, and then you go to another state, somewhere that's not so restrictive, again, even like Utah or here Washington, or I don't know, Oregon, or probably even like Alaska or something like that, or wherever, or Florida on the East Coast, and you realize, oh wow, this is freedom. This is what freedom is like. It's become really restrictive. And it didn't feel like that in the 90s and, even the early 2000s, but especially in the 90s and before, it didn't feel like that. But now it's like, you feel like a prisoner as a free citizen, honestly. And this is someone, you remember, I've been in prison, and there's so many restrictions on what you can and can't do, and just, I've kind of lost interest in California. And that's sad, because I'm born and raised there. I lived there almost 40 years of my life, and I'm just, so I kind of have no desire to move back there. I really don't. Once you get a taste of real freedom in other states, I could say, that there are negatives about, Utah or Washington or whatever places, but, the police, like say here, and even Utah, the police aren't up your ass all the time. In California, it's almost like if there's a traffic stop, like the police have to come up to you for some reason in California, it's like presumed guilt. Oh, what are you doing? Why are you over here? Automatically, they treat you like a criminal. Whereas in Utah and here in Washington, they don't treat you like that. It's like, hey, how you doing? Oh, this is going on. They explain to you why they're stopping you or talking to you, and they get out of your business right away. Like someone called the police on us before because we were begging, and the cop came literally not even 60 seconds. He came, hey, someone said this and that. Oh, just try to keep your stuff off their property. Okay, no problem. Okay, see you later. Literally. But in California, oh no, they make a big deal. What are you doing? Let me see your ID. What's going on here? And you know what I mean? And really, they're like ready to draw their gun on you. Really, I'm telling you, someone who's born and raised in California, it's like that there, and it sucks. And I didn't realize it. You don't, while you're there, you obviously don't know because you never experienced anything else. But when I got out of there, it was like, oh wow, really? I'll give, the bus is coming. Okay, I'll give you one more example before I go because the bus is coming. When we were in Utah, right? You got to wear your seatbelt in the United States when you're driving. That's the law everywhere, pretty much, as far as I know. Anyhow, one day we were driving down State Street. That's kind of the main street in like Salt Lake and that area, right? State Street, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. And a cop on a bike. There's actually two cops on a bike. They pulled up next to me. They didn't pull me over. They didn't turn on the lights, nothing like that. I had my window down, and they're on the motorcycle. And he's like, "Hey man, you gotta put your seatbelt on." Oh, okay. I put my seatbelt on. And then they took off. That never happens in California. They got to make a big ordeal, pull you over. Oh, you got any weapons in the car? Well, what are you doing? For like a seatbelt or something. And so I was like, wow. He was just like, hey, can you put your seatbelt on? Oh, okay, no problem. I did it. That was the end of it. I was like, wow. Seriously, seriously, there's a difference. Anyhow, so I'm gonna get going. The bus is coming. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you again to Joanne for the donation. Very much appreciated. I'll see you guys next video.